Just a quick heads up, I recorded this before the patch that dropped on Tuesday. I recorded this on Saturday. So the numbers I mentioned at the end of the video aren't necessarily true anymore, but they were true this weekend. So if you're a little confused on that, that's why. So hope you enjoy the video and have a nice day. Yo, so Season 7 has really opened my third eye to what Marvel Rivals truly is and the vicious cycle they keep putting us through. There's going to be a lot of good like the global alt charge change, but then there's going to be some bad that comes with it and what that has done to the player base. Match quality has been horrendous as a result of these changes. So now that Season 7.5 is right around the corner, let me give you some impressions of the current half season. Let's start with match quality and low-key why you shouldn't blame most of the player base. Okay, stop. Let me stop. You can still blame the troglodytes that roam around in your comp games and play like they don't have thumbs, but take the time to consider this for a quick second. This is a lot of people's first hero shooter, and the rules are very different from regular shooters. And then think about how characters are designed in this game. There are so many characters in this game that are funneled into one type of playstyle. Look at Black Panther, for example. The devs reduced him to a spear-chucking black man. Still don't know how they got away with that one, not gonna lie. His main playstyle is literally spear dash. Like, there's not much else you can do on him, and there's plenty of other characters in the game just like him. And that's not even to mention the insane amount of sustain this game has. Standing main and eating endless spam is a viable playstyle because supports can shit out 10k heals in like 2 fights. Or better yet, my personal favorite, the lack of balancing heroes when they clearly are a plight on the game's health. We should be placing most of the blame on the devs, not the players. I know I've been tearing into the devs for like 3 videos straight. That shit isn't gonna stop here because all of this is their fault for creating the baby player base we have today. So when they objectively make a good change to the game like the alt charge change and players start playing like they were born yesterday, I can't really blame them as much. Prior seasons, bad players, especially support players, could always fall back on their alts to win games. Now that it's gone, people genuinely don't know how to play the game. They don't know how to position themselves well, they don't know how to rotate cooldowns, they don't know how to take space on tank after fights are won, and they damn sure don't know how to rotate alts properly. They're just so used to slop, and I can't blame them for being used to slop because there was a mechanic in the game that encouraged sloppy gameplay. Now that it's gone, they're horrible. Let me be careful saying I can't blame them because I don't want to remove agency from bad players. If you're playing comp, you should want to get better, and that's on you as a player. All I'm saying is the developers have created a game that has removed that agency. That's where we're at with Season 7's match quality. In theory, it should only get better over time because players now have to evaluate how they're playing the game, but let's not forget who's in charge of making the changes in the game. It took them 7 seasons to realize that players spamming alts was not healthy for the game. It's a step in the right direction. The game still needs plenty of adjustments though. Now with that out of the way, we gotta talk about the worst fucking thing about this game. Triple support. It's still a problem. It hasn't been fixed. In fact, it's way worse if you run into a team who knows how to run the right triple support comp. The triple support of past seasons was endless sustain. The new triple support is all in on damage. If you don't think Mantis and Ultron are good supports right now, I'm just going to consider you a bad player. These two put out some of the most damage in the game, not just on the support role, in the game period. On top of giving constant damage boost to a DPS. Y'all ever ran into a pocketed Phoenix or a pocketed Star-Lord or God forbid a pocketed Elsa? They will straight up annihilate your team effortlessly. But the main reason I say it's worse is because support mains aren't spamming alts like they used to be. So now the neutral matters way more, and trust me, like I was talking about earlier, players don't know how to sustain long fights without alts unless everyone is standing main. If you're playing Mantis, I encourage you to follow your dive teammates on flanks and damage boost them. Watch how fast they shred the enemy team. Ultron doesn't even have to follow his teammates. All you gotta do is put a drone on the likes of Daredevil, Black Panther, damage boost them, give them passive heals, and watch how much work they can put in. These two even work well in poke comps while having fairly decent ults. You can go all in with Ultron ult to win a fight. You can peel with his ult. Mantis ult was low-key a precursor to Gambit ult. You get speed boost, heals, and overhealth. Now add these two into a triple support comp that has a low-key, Invis, or Cloak and Dagger that can handle putting out massive amount of heals for several teammates at once, and you'll get the new triple support composition. The normal triple support sustain comp is still effective, but most players don't realize running Luna, Invis, and Cloak and Dagger all at once just siphons alt charge off of each other, so the ults will be less abundant. Unless you're using Luna like a DPS, you will not have your ult as much. These three don't have as many damage opportunities as Mantis and Ultron. Now for the likes of White Fox, Rocket, Jeff, and Warlock, they all have their own strengths. I'm not saying that they're niche or bad or even worse than the 5 I mentioned earlier. I'm not here to rank supports, I'm just pointing out what I've noticed from my comp games and top players I watch. Jeff and White Fox are great picks with dive comps. White Fox is also a monster in brawl comps. Warlock is good on defense with his spam and poke, and Rocket has a damage boosting ult, because who doesn't love more damage? These 4 are all valuable picks in any variety of triple support comps. The old-fashioned triple support sustain comps will still work if the opposing team can't handle it, but now it's a lot easier to overwhelm backlines that traditionally don't have a lot of damage because they don't have their ults as much. The new deal with triple support is damage, damage, and more damage. You can still beat it as always because at the end of the day it comes down to skill, but let characters like Groot and Loki get past the ban phase and you better be running Mantis. And if the map is good for Human Torch or Iron Man, get your ass on Ultron and let the dominoes fall. Triple support just got a new suit, it's still causing the same problems. Although notice I haven't talked about 2 supports. Well, that's because one isn't really worth mentioning and the other one is literally unplayable past gold. I didn't mention Gambit once. This guy literally never makes it past the ban phase, which is what I'm about to get into now. The 3-character ban phase has been the glue that has held this game together competitively. Remember, this stupid ass game still has a double ban system, so adding another ban has improved the experience by a lot. There's so many stupidly broken characters in this game that you are literally forced to play them if they're open. If else is open, player. Same with Groot and same with Gambit. So for the folks that have made it this far into the video, let's play a little game, okay? I'm going to put up 2 numbers on the screen. The numbers are 1 and 19. Any clue what these numbers mean? I'll give you a moment. No clue? I'll tell you. The 1 represents how many times Gambit and Elsa have been buffed all together since release. And the 19 shows how many times they've been nerfed all together since release. A 1 to 19 ratio. And they are still perma-banned. What does that tell you about these characters? The 3-character ban system is a band-aid on a gaping wound that somehow works. I'm already tired of these band-aid fixes though. There needs to be sweeping changes for this game to be great. NetEase, you have to get your shit together because clearly something funky is going on in that studio and I don't even know at this point. Let me just wrap this up. I don't want to reiterate the same point 1,000 times over. This game is going in the right direction, and that's all that matters for now. Hopefully triple support gets addressed by Season 8, and I mean in a meaningful way, not just by changing the numbers so it takes longer to get ults, making supports feel worse to play. We also need to refine the ban system. Double ban should not be a thing anymore. It's been a year since this game has been out, and moving forward, we as the community need to keep holding the devs' feet to the fire when it comes to hero balance and hero design. If we really want to get down to it, more than half of the cast needs a lot of fine tuning to make this game more digestible and less frustrating to play. With all that being said, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you all are having a wonderful day, and peace out.